Right now, executives at Qualcomm have a lot on their minds. They are mulling a massive offer to take over the company.
If it happens, the deal would be the biggest acquisition in tech industry history. It could have global implications, not to mention a huge local impact here in San Diego, where Qualcomm is based. Financial advisor Dennis Brewster joining us now. Thank you for being here. I want to get your perspective on this. First of all, whether it's even going to happen. I understand that some analysts are looking at it and they're kind of skeptical because they think Qualcomm thinks the bid undervalues the company.
Sure, that's the big question is what's going to happen here going forward. And remember, all this just came out Friday, so the management has to take a look at the offer. Do they think it's a fair price? But probably more importantly, do they want to remain independent? That's really the big question here.
And this was an unsolicited offer. There's an etiquette involved in this sort of thing. Right. What also could happen with consumers? I mean, what could happen if this company is now owned by Broadcom? What would consumers notice?
Hard to say what they would notice. It would make them the third largest chip maker if the two are combined and they do get together. So, from a consumer standpoint, maybe they've got a little bit more pricing power. Maybe your iPhone
less competition.
Right. And it's got to go through that antitrust regulation as well.
Yeah, we're pretty far away from this becoming a reality.
Right.
Even if it does, I mean, obviously one of the big questions too, Qualcomm is a major employer here in San Diego, not only direct jobs but indirect jobs.
Absolutely.
What could it mean for employees, for families? Again, it's an if this happens.
That's going to be the tough part here, I think. It's been such a local institution, and you'd hate to see that change in a lot of ways. But the two companies are in very similar businesses. You'd have to think there would be layoffs. And there's, some 10,000 to 13,000 employees locally. Most likely that number would be reduced, as much as you'd hate to see that happen, but it would be hard to think that it wouldn't.
Can you imagine San Diego losing two local institutions in the same year, the Chargers and Qualcomm?
And ironically, right, I mean, Qualcomm Stadium, where the Chargers used to play, I mean...
I know, you hate to see that happen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll certainly keep us posted on this, and as far as your perspective goes, we'll follow this very closely. Obviously, a huge story here in San Diego. Dennis Brewster, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.